I'm Priya Baraniak. I am the Chief Commercial and Development Officer at Pluristyx, which is an iPSC or induced pluripotent stem cell company. So we were very excited to come into this conference with a big news announcement Monday morning, where we have signed a partnership with Breakthrough T1D, formerly the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, to make clinical grade iPSC lines incorporating our iAct stealth immune evasive technology and fail-safe safety switch available to researchers and therapeutics developers who are finding the cures for type 1 diabetes. We already know that one of our clinical grade iPSC lines is making beautiful islets and showing great promise. So now having the ability to provide lines that are engineered and edited with the stealth, the immune evasive technology, and the safety switch will ensure that beta islets that are differentiated from these iPSCs are not destroyed by the patient's immune system. And so really gets us a huge step closer to a cure. Actually, early next week, hopefully, we will have another announcement that is about to be made. With the change in regulatory policy in FDA 2.0 and the Modernization Act, there's a lot of talk about new approach methodologies and moving away from animal testing. This, again, also provides a great opportunity to advance personalized medicine in a very real way. And so Pluristyx, along with a number of partners, is working to take some great strides towards making that a reality and leading the industry on this front. And so really looking forward to that announcement and being able to tell the industry what we're working on together. I think one of the biggest bottlenecks in sourcing starting materials still is, again, standardization. And how do we know what is a gold standard or a reference standard, right? Forget the gold, but what is even a reference standard against which we can source these materials, test these materials, and know that what we're putting into our processes are good materials. So really working with suppliers and vendors who have standardized that and can provide high quality, robust, reproducible starting material is really, really still important. And I think it's still very much a pain point in supply chain for a lot of therapeutics developers. I think that by making cell lines available to researchers, and IPS here provides a great opportunity where you don't need to have a human being that you go back to again and again. A lot of times we have therapeutics developers who tend to fall in love with certain donors who are super donors. But the one thing that we cannot control from a supply chain perspective is just human behavior, right? And you can't hold someone hostage for their material because they are a really great donor. And so we have to find ways to, again, make these cells more of an evergreen source. And so induced pluripotent stem cells have that ability where we can take cells from a donor, we can reprogram them to iPSCs, and then have a more evergreen source of a standardized, robust starting material. So I think that's one way that we're hoping to address it for the industry. Of course, your blood banks and other tissue supply organizations continue to look at data and to, I think, use now more and more AI, ML, and other analytics methods to really understand in a more predictive manner what a good donor might look like and to share that data with the industry.